Hey friends, welcome back to day 14 of my left series. We're halfway there. Halfway point, I think. Well, 29 days, yeah, we're about there. Let's start out today sitting with our legs out in front, feet flexed, sitting up nice and tall like you're sitting up against a wall. Hey, that rhymes. And just close your eyes for a minute. You know the drill. Just take a couple breaths. Just to become present on your mat, letting go of everything else you have going on. Deep breath in. Completely exhale. Deep breath in. Completely exhale. One more deep breath in. And completely exhale. Go ahead and open up your eyes. We're going to adjust our booties on the mat, arms overhead. We're going to bend from our hips, but instead of staying down, we're just going to round it through a few times just to get some muscles warmed up. Make sure you're breathing. And the last one, we're going to stay. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Grab onto your feet or maybe your shins, your toes, keeping a nice long spine, and breathe. If you need to bend your knees a bit, go for it. And slowly begin to rise. Bring that right foot on the inside of that left thigh. Facing that long leg, arms overhead, deep breath in. Exhale, again, we're just rounding it through just to get a warm up. Continue to breathe. One more time. And on the last one, deep breath in, exhale, hinge from your hips, and hold it in place. Keeping a nice long spine, breathing. And slowly begin to rise. Bringing the right leg out long, bringing the left foot on the inside of that right thigh, our upper body facing the leg that's out long, arms overhead, breathe in, exhale, round it through, reach up, exhale, round it through, reach up, round it through, last one. Arms overhead, take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend from those hips and hold it in place, breathing, long spine. And begin to roll up. While we have that right leg out long, we're going to bring the left leg over, flattening that foot to the mat, sitting up nice and tall. Bring that right arm over your head, and we're going to slowly begin to turn, and we're going to twist the body. Again, sitting up tall, nice long straight spine, looking over that left shoulder, breathing, keeping that right foot active by keeping it flexed. As you breathe in, your body receives energy. As you exhale, your body begins to relax. So maybe as you exhale, you twist a little bit further. Not much, just a little bit. And slowly begin to come out of that. Left leg comes out long. We're going to bring that right foot over, flatten it on the mat. Make sure it stays flat the whole time. Sitting up nice and tall, left arm comes over your head. Slowly begin to turn, bringing that left elbow to the outside of that right leg. Right arm comes behind you and you slowly begin to twist, looking over that right shoulder. Long, straight spine. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. And breathe. Breathing in that energy. Exhaling as we relax. Maybe you twist a little bit more on your last exhale. And let's come out of it. Let's go ahead and cross at our ankle. Begin to walk your hands forward. Forehead can come to the mat. If it does not, just come onto your forearms and keep your neck in line with your spine. And breathe. We're going to walk it over to the right and breathe. Keeping both sits bones on the mat. Walk back through center, come over to the left. Make sure both sits bones are on the mat and you're breathing. Coming back through center, walk it back up. And we can begin to come forward into your tabletop. Strong core, long spine, neck is in line with your spine, gaze is down. We're going to do some fire hydrants. So we lift the right leg and bring it down. Don't let it touch the ground. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keeping your core tight and your hips square to the mat. Try not to move the rest of your body whatsoever. Except for your lungs, because you're breathing. It might be easier to flex your foot. Go for it. It's really hard not to be drooly in this position because I'm facing the ground. And all my spit is going to never mind. I'm going to stop. Go ahead and lower it down. We're going to take it to the other side. Take a breath. Tighten that core, long straight spine, and let's lift the left leg. You don't need to lift it so high that you're moving your whole body. Just lift it enough to where you can keep that body nice and strong still. So funny, somebody came up with a hashtag, things Katie say during yoga. I love it. I think that's so funny. I just say whatever comes to my mind. Make sure you're breathing. And sit back into child's pose. Take a moment. From here, we're going to walk it up. So now we're sitting on our heels. So you're sitting, knees bent, sitting back on your heels, nice and tall. If this is too much, you can just come into a regular seat, or you can use a throw pillow and put it between your legs. And that way it gives you a little bit of height and it takes some pressure off of your knees and your heels. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and stretch out our wrists, pulling those 4 fingers underneath. Pulling them over. Taking it to the other side. Pull those 4 fingers under. Pull those 4 fingers over. Do some wrist circles. And show love to our joints because, well, they're very important in this thing called yoga. All right. Now come into your first downward dog. Feel how tight the backs of those legs are? Oh man, so stiff, right? Isn't that crazy? Just take notice how much difference there is after just a few minutes doing yoga. And that's just, you're just noticing that in the back of your legs, but it's really happening throughout your entire body. All right, go ahead and tip that tailbone up to the sky, elongating your spine, looking down at your toes, while looking through to your toes. You're not looking down. We're gonna take a breath, lifting the right leg, three-legged dog. Go ahead and bend that knee, opening it up, bringing that heel towards your glute, and exhale. Take one more deep breath, and do a couple hip circles. Make sure you're breathing, and reverse those circles. We're going to bring it through center. Now we're in plank position with that knee lifted, really giving yourself some height, and we're going to step it up. Lower on that back foot, coming into your low lunge. Slowly rise. You can also use that thigh to help you up. Front hip nudges forward just a little. Square those hips. Make sure you're not too turned so that your body is starting to turn. You want to keep those hips square, so adjust accordingly. So when you sink into that hip, you want to make sure you're not sinking to the left. Sometimes when we sink forward, we have to bring the front hip back and the back hip forward to keep us facing front. Bringing those arms overhead, we're going to take a deep breath in. Open up the arms into cactus arms. Exhale, fingertips touch. Breathing in, open up, cactus arms, shoulder blades touch. Exhale, fingertips come together. One more time, open up. Really use that resistance. Exhale, fingertips touch. And frame that front foot. Pop up on the back leg. Come into your first plank. Check your stance. Make sure you're not popping the booty up. Make sure you're not sagging. And how you can tell, you want to push back with the heels, tuck the pelvis under slightly. It's really going to ignite your core. You'll feel it instantly. Taking a deep breath in, we're going to exhale, tap the right foot out. Deep breath in, exhale, tap the left foot out. Vary the breath. Bring those knees down. Then we're going to bring chest and chin down. Feet are flat. Utilizing my arm strength here. Pop that booty in the air. Now you can pop the booty in the air. And come onto your belly. Hands come down by your side. Feet are zipped up together. We're going to take a deep breath in. Really tightening your core here. So tighten your core first. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Pushing those hip bones into the mat. And exhale, lower. Tighten that core. Deep breath in. And lift. Exhale. Lower it down. Hands come under your shoulders. Curl your toes. Lift those kneecaps. Coming into your downward dog. Take a deep breath. Walk it out. See how much looser the backs of those legs are now? And we've only done one downward dog. Our body's starting to get warmed up. Starting to feel the heart rate go up. Go ahead and tuck that tailbone up to the sky. Sink those heels down. We're going to lift that left leg. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend that knee. And then we're going to do some hip circles. While you breathe, reverse the circles. Keeping those arms squared with the mat. This time we're going to come through. We're coming into a plank position with that knee lifted up towards our chest. I'm on the ball of my back foot. And then I'm going to step it up in between those hands. Lower down, flatten that back foot. Squeezing the inner thighs together will give you some more balance to come up. You can also use those hands to help lift you. Squaring those hips to the front. Arms come overhead. Cactus arms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open it up. Shoulder blades come together. Exhale. Inhale, open it up. Exhale. Frame that front foot. Pop up on the back foot. Hands come flat on the mat and we slide that leg back to our plank. Anytime you're in plank, if it's too much, lower down to your knees. You don't have to do like the toe touches and stuff that we do in the plank. You can just hold your plank here. That's a great modification. Now we're going to do chaturanga. So if you need to bring your knees down, you can still do this, lowering down and then coming into your upward facing dog. I'm going to pop up, deep breath in, come forward on those tippy toes, exhale, elbows in at your side, do not drop all the way down, flip your feet, then open it up. Roll those shoulders open. I'm suspended in my upward facing dog. So my feet are flat, bending from my hips. We're going to bend our knees and then curl our toes. Coming back to your downward dog. Take a deep breath. Walk it out. You can really feel the legs loosening up. Tuck that tailbone up towards the sky. You can even give yourself a little booty shake. I like to do that sometimes. Sink those heels down. On your next breath in, right leg comes high. Keep it straight back this time. And we're going to exhale and just step it right up. Remember, give yourself that height to bring that hand in between those two, to bring that foot in between those two hands. I was like, wait, bring that hand into the, what? Two hands in between the hand? What? Yeah, sorry. Haven't had my coffee yet. That's always my excuse, right? All right, again, you can use those hands to help lift you up. We're staying lifted on that back leg, so we're pushing back with that heel, squeezing our inner thighs, 90 degree bend in that front leg. I cannot talk today, holy crap. Bringing the arms overhead, we're gonna open up to cactus, breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, shoulder blades come together, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Slowly bring those hands to frame that front foot, flatten those hands to the mat, slide that leg back right into your plank, and this time we're going to come right to your downward dog. You might need to step the feet up a little from your plank. You don't want your downward dog to be too far apart. You want to be able to lift that tailbone to the sky. Take a deep breath. One more deep breath. On our next breath in, left leg comes high. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, lift, giving yourself height. Coming forward, over, shoulders over those hands. Step it up. Keeping that back leg lifted, push back with that heel, squeezing the inner thighs together. Rise up. Arms overhead. We're gonna open it up, cactus arms, shoulder blades come together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Lower it down, frame that front foot. Come back to your plank. Right to your downward dog. Breathe. Stretch those legs out. Walk it out. The more you walk it out in your downward dog, the more your heels will be towards the mat. Take one more deep breath in. One more deep breath in. And step that right foot up behind the right hand, left foot up behind the left hand, coming into a forward fold. Activate those thighs, tighten your core. Bringing more weight to the balls of your feet. We're gonna bring the left hand to the mat and we're gonna step on our right hand. So I'm bringing my toes all the way to where the bend from my wrist is, and then I'm gonna do it with the other hand. See if you can try it. You might need to have a bend in the knees, that's fine. Breathing. To release, we're gonna lift the left foot and release that left hand to the mat, and lift the right foot and release the right hand to the mat. We're gonna slowly begin to rise one vertebrae at a time. Breathing in. Take an exhale, arms overhead. Hands to heart. Let's do some balanced poses. Pick your wedgies if you need. I always have them. Shake it out. Let's do a tree pose to start. So we're gonna bring our left foot evenly to the mat, all four corners. Standing up nice and tall, core is tight. Slowly begin to lift that right leg. Maybe you can lift it without helping. Or maybe you need to help place it on your leg. Standing up nice and tall. I want you to place your foot where you can actually balance. And if that means holding onto a wall with one hand, that's what I prefer. I'd rather you not have your leg up so high, wobbling all over the place. I'd rather you have your foot lower where you can hold the balance, hold the pose. Once you find a comfortable spot and you feel comfortable holding where you are, take a deep breath in. Exhale, arms overhead. Finding your focus or your drishti a few feet in front of you. Do not take your focus off of it. Slowly bring our hands down to our heart. Bringing that right knee up. Deep breath in, do not lower it down. Exhale, we're gonna come right into warrior three. I know, I'm so mean. But this is where you're gonna get the balance and the strength in your legs. Slowly begin to bend that front leg and drop gently back into your warrior two. You might need to heel toe it open a little wider. Bring those arms out. Deep breath in, flip, reach, exhale, come back. Peaceful warrior, exalted warrior. Straighten that front leg. We're going to come right into triangle pose. might need your block here. If you don't have a block, go ahead and use your shin. And then open it up. Chest is open. Shoulders are stacked. Breathe in. And exhale. Begin to bend on that front leg. Frame that foot, turning on the back foot. Listen carefully. Bend that back knee. See if you can come right into your standing split. If you need to take a couple baby steps in between, that's fine. Tightening that core, begin to come into a flat back. Maybe you flex that back foot and give that front leg a small bend in the knee. See if you can lift off and bring those hands to your heart, coming back to your warrior three. And bending that right leg, lower it down. Shake it out. Take a breath. Right foot, all four corners, come to the mat. Standing up nice and tall. Bringing that left knee up, opening that hip. And maybe you help place the foot where it's comfortable. Hips are nice and open, core is tight. Find your drishti or your focus. Never take your eyes off of it. Never hold your breath. Whenever you're feeling comfortable, even if you're holding on to a wall, see if you can lift those arms overhead. Shoulders down, away from your ears. Maybe you keep the palms open. Breathing, practicing our balance. Nobody cares how high your foot can go. It's not about that. That will come in time. If you can't balance in this pose, what's the point of having your foot so high? Right? We want to be able to balance. Hands come to your heart. Left knee comes out in front. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming right into your warrior three. Slow and controlled. Maybe you flex that back leg and give a small bend in the front knee. Start bending that front knee a little bit more and gently fall back on the back foot. You might need to heel toe it open a little wider. Arms come out, flip that front palm, breathe in, reach front. Exhale, peaceful warrior. You can place that hand on your back leg, looking up towards the sky. I'm going to straighten that front leg and come right into triangle pose. Opening that chest, shoulders are stacked. You want to be like flat up against the wall, like an octopus. Take another deep breath. Slowly begin to bend that front foot. I'm going to frame that foot and turn on my back foot. Bending on that back foot, you might need to take a couple baby steps. Prepare and see if you can come right into your standing split. Make sure all four corners of that right foot are on the mat. Maybe there's a small bend in that knee. Flexing the back foot will help keep it nice and strong and activated. I'm going to tighten my core and begin to come into a flat back. And then I'm going to release my hands to my heart, coming back to warrior three. And then slowly bending that leg back to the front. Shake it out. Who knew? Something so small, like bringing your leg behind you and back up, holding it for that period of time. Feel your heart rate. You don't have to kill yourself to get your heart rate up. You don't have to do all this hardcore gym stuff. I mean, if that's your thing, cool, like nothing wrong with it, but if it's not your thing, there is another option, right? Let's breathe in, arms overhead. I just find it fascinating. Exhale, dive it down. most people think yoga is just stretching. Flat back, halfway lift, long spine. Deep breath in, exhale, forward fold. Hands come to the mat. We're going to come right back to a plank. And open up to a side plank. Coming onto the outside of my left foot, inside of my right foot. Left arm is on the mat. Opening up, keeping those hips lifted. Deep breath in, exhale, turn, coming back to a high plank. Take it to the other side. Outside of my right foot, inside of my left foot. Right arm's on the mat, lifting my hips. Left arm to the sky. Take a breath. Coming back to a high plank. Coming into your downward dog. Breathing. Walk it out. Right leg comes high. Inhale. Exhale. Right knee to right elbow. Hold it for a breath. Back to three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale. Twist it over. Right knee to left elbow. Hold it for a breath. Coming back through three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to step it up. Coming into our high lunge. Again. Slowly begin to rise. We're going to lower on the back foot. Straighten on that front foot. Turn that foot. Now we're in a wide-legged stance. I'm going to maybe heel toe it in just a little bit. Coming into goddess pose. So we don't want our pelvis tucked out, we want it tucked in, right? So if you find that you're wobbly, you might need to bring your stance in a little. And your feet not so turned out. Coming into goddess pose. We're going to open up cactus arms. Breathing in, exhale, fingertips touch. Open, cactus arms, exhale. One more time. And maybe you begin to rock side to side just slightly. You can also bring your hands into a mudra. Straightening on those legs. Take a breath. Begin to bend from your hips, coming into flat back and forward fold. Still in your wide stance. If you need to heel toe it open a little wider so your hands come to the ground. Take a breath. Bringing the left hand to the right ankle. Slowly begin to twist that right arm open to the sky. Wiggle your fingers. And switching. Right hand to left ankle, left arm comes to the sky. Wiggle those fingers. Coming back through. Bring your hands on the inside, through those legs. Take a few breaths. And slowly rise. We're going to start walking over, turning on my front leg, turning on the back foot. Now we're in a lunge. Frame that foot, coming back to our plank, coming right into our downward dog. Walk it out. Breathing. Lifting that tailbone towards the sky, push down through those heels. On your next breath in, left leg comes high. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Hold it for a breath. Lift it up. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Hold it for a breath. Breathing in, inhale. Three-legged dog. Exhale, step it up. High lunge. We're gonna slowly turn so that left foot is facing front and then flexing the back foot. Hands come out in front. We're gonna walk. You might need to close your stance in a little bit. Walk it over, start bending on that left knee and flexing, straightening the right. Slowly rise back up, bending the left, flexing and straightening the right. Now, if you are lifted on your heel, see if you can bring the hand behind you and sit down. Gently. See if you can wrap the arm around the front and wrap the right arm behind you. I know it sounds so complicated, but it's really not, I promise. So our left leg is bent, right leg is out long, and then I'm just bringing my left arm around, right arm behind. And go ahead and slide the right leg in. We're still bound around that leg. And release. Maybe scoot down to the end of your mat. This time, left leg comes out, right leg is bent. We're going to bind in front of that leg. You can flex that long leg, which is the left leg. We're bound around the right bent leg. Right arm is in front. Left arm is behind. And sit up as tall as you can. Bringing that that left leg, slide it through. So now it's facing straight. Still keeping our bind. And release. Let's come into, we're gonna lay down so we can do some core work. Lay down. Legs come up, flexing those feet towards the sky. Hands can come down. I like to tuck them under just slightly to keep them in line. Deep breath in. Exhale. Slowly begin to bring those legs down and lift back. So we exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, exhale. I'm not touching the ground. Last one, hold it there. Take a breath and lower it down. Good morning stretch. And come up to your forearms. Knees in line with your hips. Open up the chest by rolling the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Both feet come up. Right leg, left leg. Don't let them touch the ground. Make sure you're breathing. If you want to pick up the pace, you can. Hug it in. Feel that? I certainly do. Let's bring our feet into a butterfly pose. And your upper back's gonna come off of the mat. Interlace those fingers, pointer fingers stick out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pulse. Keeping that nice piece of fruit in between your chin and your neck. It's an imaginary piece of fruit, obviously. Take it over to the right. Take it over to the left. Stretch those arms over. And bring the left leg out long. Hug the right knee in. Twist it over. Right arm comes out long. Look over that hand. Take a breath. This is great to clean out your insides, your organs. Make sure you drink your water after each yoga practice. Let's take it to the other side. Left leg bent. Turning it over to the right. Bringing that left arm out long. Both shoulder blades on the mat. And take your twist. Take a breath. And coming back through center. Let's do a quick straddle. And you can rock and roll up. I didn't. Sorry. Or you can just turn to one side and come up in a nice gentle way, not like me. Coming into your straddle. Feet are flexed. Make sure that you're comfortable enough to where you can sit up nice and tall. So if you're not able to sit up tall, it's because your legs are too far apart. Bringing your blocks in front, or maybe you have a couple pillows, or maybe nothing. Just use your fingertips. Bring those elbows to the mat. To the blocks. Jeez Louise. And your spine is long. I don't know why I cannot form sentences today. Probably because I've been studying the same crap for 2 weeks straight. If I don't pass this test tomorrow, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna dig myself a hole and go hide in it and cry. Just because I know how hard I've been studying, and it's like, it's just frustrating, Sometimes I get them like all right and on my practice exam, and then sometimes it's like I'm right back to square one. So it just depends on like the questions that they ask. I don't know what they're gonna ask. I don't know if it's the same as last time. I don't know what. I have no idea. All right, let's go ahead and push them out a little bit. Hinging from the hips, keeping that nice long spine. Breathing. Anyways, yeah, I posted today about miscellaneous March. I'm going to be doing all different types of yoga for March. So there's still going to be 31 days of yoga, but it's not going to be a series of the same types of poses and the same types of movement. It's going to be all different time lengths, all different types of yoga. I would say all different levels, but it's not. I'll still make them beginner friendly, and some will be a little bit more advanced, still beginner level. But I'll do yoga for fat burning, yoga for anxiety, yoga for sore muscles, yoga to help you sleep. I'm trying to think of what else I came up with. A couple people had suggested some. I came up with the yoga with blocks and yoga with a wheel. But I know a lot of you don't have a wheel. I've only had 2 people request that one so far. But yeah, they're just going to be all different ones. You could do the same one for all 31 days if you wanted. Or you just pick whatever you want. There's no order. And the time lengths will all vary. Some will be like 10 or 15 minutes. Some will be 20 minutes. Some will be 30. Some will be 40. Some will be 50. Some will be 60. Never ever going over an hour. That's like the longest that will be. All right, let's bring it out one more time. Hinge from your hips and breathe. So I am going to create a new playlist for that called Miscellaneous March. And I'll add all 31 of those videos to that. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Very fun. Yeah. Yoga for good digestion. Maybe I'll do that one day. I'm excited. So if you have any suggestions, leave them down below in the comment section. Or you can message me on Instagram. Same as my YouTube, www.journeyofme. And let's come on out of it. Move the blocks to the side. Gently bringing those legs in. Let's come into our corpse pose. Slowly lay back, one vertebrae at a time. Oh, my arms are on fire. Get nice and cozy, releasing tension anywhere you find that you have it. Mine's always in my glutes and my jaw. And just sink deeply into your mat. I just want you to breathe for a few moments. Try to drown out any noise around you and just surrender. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Exhale. Go ahead and wiggle your toes and your fingers. Right arm comes overhead. Left leg bends. Slowly begin to turn to your right side. Left arm can come in front. You can bend both knees now, coming into your fetal position. Just take a moment, take a breath. One more breath. And slowly begin to come into a comfortable seat. Gently rise up. If you want to sit up on a block to open up the hips, be my guest. If you don't have blocks, don't worry. You do not need them. They are nice additions and they do help in any level of yoga that you're in. There's so many ways to use them. But again, you don't need them. If you're not sure you want to invest, I mean, they're only like $5, but I get it. I mean, it took me a while to get blocks too, so don't feel bad. It's okay. Let's go ahead and crisscross at the ankles. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down away from your ears. Close your eyes. We're going to take 2 ohms. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath in. Give yourself a big smile. Hands can come to your heart. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me today. Even though I'm crazy and I can't talk, I do appreciate each and every one of you. Halfway there, that's amazing. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. And I'm honored that you even want to practice yoga with me. So I hope to see you tomorrow for day 15. Namaste, my lovely friends. See you tomorrow.